The shocking truth that makes 95.7% of women chase you old Stoic wisdom. The more I study, the more I am convinced that peace of mind and inner strength are the most powerful forms of attractiveness, unknown in a world where dating advice often focuses on appearance, wealth, or fleeting gestures. We tend to overlook the deeper qualities that truly build lasting relationships. While charm and looks can create an initial spark, it's our inner essence, the way we live our lives, that truly captivates others, especially in long-term relationships. Ancient Stoic philosophy, with its timeless lessons on self-discipline, composure, and emotional resilience, offers a blueprint for this profound form of attraction. It encourages individuals to cultivate inner peace and control over their emotions, making them more grounded, reliable, and attractive in the eyes of others, while superficial aspects of life may catch attention. At first, it's these Stoic qualities that not only attract but also keep people interested. Surprisingly, the Stoic approach to life draws in nearly 95.7% of women who find strength, patience, and unwavering calmness in the face of adversity. Deeply appealing in the end, the true secret to lasting attraction lies not in what we own or how we look, but in how we face life's ups and downs with poise and wisdom. Let's dive into how Stoic qualities can transform not only your relationships, but also your life. In the next section 1. Confidence is the key factor. Confidence is the bedrock of attraction, the one element that can make you stand out in any crowd. It's not about boasting or flaunting, but about understanding your own worth and carrying that awareness with you in every aspect of your life. It's about standing firm in the face of adversity, not flinching when the world tries to knock you down. This is where the old Stoic wisdom comes in. You must learn to trust in yourself, not because of external validation, but because you know what you're capable of. Think about it when a tough situation arises, be it at work or in a social setting. You don't falter, you don't panic or look to others for reassurance. You lean on your iron mind, sticking to your principles with the quiet certainty that you control your own actions. Regardless of what's happening around you, you must understand. Women are naturally drawn to men who exude strength, not strength in muscle or dominance, but in self-control, in mental fortitude. This kind of confidence is magnetic. It's the kind that doesn't need to shout for attention. It simply is picture yourself at a party surrounded by strangers, and all eyes seem to be on you. Instead of shrinking away or second-guessing your appearance or place in the room, you stride forward with ease, engaging in conversations, laughing, listening, making others feel comfortable in your presence. That's the kind of power confidence brings. The Stoic principles tell us to control what we can, our thoughts, emotions, actions, and to release the need to control the uncontrollable world around us. It's in this control, this discipline, that true confidence is born. The iron mind doesn't need to seek approval from others. It is rooted in the knowledge that your value doesn't fluctuate with the opinions of the crowd. You must understand this confidence isn't built overnight, but it is forged in the daily practice of the Stoic principles of self-control, inner peace, and resilience. Women aren't attracted to the man who constantly doubts himself, who looks for validation, or who is swayed by every external circumstance. No, they are drawn to the man who stands tall, who remains unmoved by external pressure, who holds his own in a world full of chaos, and the secret to becoming this man. It lies in applying the Stoic mindset to every situation. Big or small, don't get caught up in the drama or the noise of life. Be the calm in the storm, the steady hand that guides the presence that others find reassuring. You must cultivate this strength through the daily application of Stoic principles. Don't let fear or insecurity rule your actions. Be the man who thrives in adversity, who recognizes his own power, and who understands that true attraction comes not from what you have or how you look, but from the unshakable confidence that resides within. Remember, confidence isn't something you wait for. It's something you create. 2. Proactivity and decisiveness in actions. There's a saying that goes, "The man who hesitates is lost." And while this might sound a little dramatic, there's a deep truth to it, especially when we consider the wisdom of the Stoic rules. When you act decisively and proactively, life becomes easier. And guess what? Women begin to notice you in ways you never expected. It's no longer about trying to impress. It's about naturally exuding strength and leadership. This is the path of wisdom, owning your decisions and actions, letting your confidence and clarity shine through. Be proactive, take control of your actions. Imagine this, you're out with friends and the group can't seem to agree on where to go for dinner. It's the typical back and forth people, unsure and the clock is ticking. Now picture yourself stepping in and saying, "I know just the place." You make the decision swiftly and without hesitation. Suddenly, the entire group looks at you in a new light. They see you as a leader, someone who can make decisions and take charge. This simple act of decisiveness doesn't just solve a problem, it elevates you in the eyes of others. The Stoic rules teach us that life doesn't always go the way we want it to. You can't control the actions of others, the circumstances you find yourself in, or the challenges that pop up along the way, but you can control how you respond to them. You must decide how to act. The way you respond shows strength, and the more decisive you are, the more others will be drawn to you. Because decisiveness isn't just about making quick decisions. It's about showing trustworthiness and leadership. These are qualities that attract people, especially women. Decisiveness, a marker of leadership. Decisiveness is the foundation of influence in a world full of hesitation and indecision. Those who act swiftly stand out. It's the same in relationships. Women are not drawn to indecisive men. They want someone who knows what they want and is confident enough to pursue it. Whether it's choosing a restaurant, making life decisions, or even deciding on the next move. In a relationship, decisiveness speaks volumes. It says, "I have control over my life. I can be trusted to lead, and I will make things happen by applying practical stoicism in your life." You can improve this aspect of your character. Stoicism teaches us to face uncertainty with clarity. It's not about avoiding difficulties, it's about embracing them and taking action. Despite them, the practical stoicism you adopt helps you make decisions without second-guessing yourself. You'll feel empowered in your choices, and others will feel that power as well. Why proactivity and decisiveness matter in relationships. One thing women crave is a man who takes the initiative. They want someone who leads, who is not afraid to make decisions, and who takes responsibility for the actions that follow. The Stoic way encourages you to be the master of your responses to life's challenges. It's about controlling what's within your power and responding with purpose. When you show productivity and decisiveness, you don't just impress women, you attract them. You see, it's not about always being right or always making perfect choices. It's about showing that you can act, that you can handle responsibility, and that you can make things happen. This is a powerful signal. A man who can lead with confidence and clarity is someone who will leave a lasting impression, especially in romantic relationships. The wisdom you must embrace. The path of wisdom lies in the decisions you make. The more you act with clarity and confidence, the more you will embody the strength and leadership that women are naturally drawn to. Your decisiveness will not only make your life smoother, but it will also shape how others see you. You must always be proactive. Don't wait for others to take charge. Step in and lead, incorporating the Stoic philosophy into your life. Embracing the Stoic rules and living with the wisdom of practical Stoicism will help you become the kind of man others want to follow. Make decisions with purpose. Be the man who doesn't hesitate. Trust in your ability to act and choose wisely. This is the path of wisdom, the path that leads to attraction, respect, and lasting relationships. So remember this: be proactive, be decisive. This is how you'll capture attention, make a lasting impact, and leave a legacy of leadership and strength. 3. Patience is a lasting strength. Patience is not a weakness, it is a powerful strength, one that commands respect and admiration in a world obsessed with instant gratification. Being able to pause, reflect, and act with composure is a rare and highly attractive quality, especially to women. Epictetus, the ancient Stoic philosopher, reminds us that no man is free who is not master of himself. This control, this patience is what draws women in. It's a reflection of inner strength, wisdom, and maturity. Imagine this: you face a challenge in your relationship, a roadblock that might cause most men to panic or act rashly. Not you. You remain calm, composed, and take the time to understand the issue. You don't rush, you don't force an outcome. Instead, you approach it with deliberate care, showing not only patience, but also responsibility and maturity. This is the hallmark of a true Stoic. You're not just waiting for things to change. You are actively shaping the outcome in a measured, thoughtful manner. You see relationships evolve over time, and it's patience, more than anything, that allows them to grow. Patience is about being steady and present in the moment, refusing to let external circumstances dictate your actions. In Stoicism, time is a powerful force that must be respected. You must accept that some things cannot be rushed. It's this wisdom, this long-term vision that women instinctively seek. They are drawn to the man who doesn't need to control every situation, but who knows how to navigate life's challenges with strength and calmness. He who is brave is free, said Seneca, and in this freedom lies the key to success in relationships. You must embody the Stoic principle. Patience is not about waiting. It's about creating space for growth, for understanding, and for connection. Patience allows you to build a relationship slowly, with intention, and without pressure. The best relationships are not those that rush to an outcome, but those that unfold naturally over time. Remember, patience is a lasting strength. It is your secret weapon. It is what makes you the man women are naturally drawn to. You must master it. You must live by it if you want to win in life and in relationships. You must learn to harness the power of patience, just as the Stoics did. Victory in life and love is not about rushing. It is about patiently forging your path, one wise step at a time. Embrace patience. Let it become your guiding principle, and watch as everything around you begins to fall into place. Patience, like Stoicism, is your key to winning at life and relationships. If you find this valuable, comment below and share it with someone who could benefit. Don't forget to subscribe for more. Wisdom comment to remember: I embody patience and my relationships grow naturally. 4. The ability to control emotions and stay calm in the face of adversity. The ability to control emotions and stay calm in the face of adversity is one of the most powerful traits a man can have, and it's rooted deeply in old Stoic wisdom. Picture this: you walk into work and suddenly a major project you've been overseeing starts to crumble. What do you do? Do you panic? Do you lash out in frustration? No, that's exactly what you shouldn't do. You must stay calm, keep your cool, and think critically to resolve the issue. Women, and quite frankly, people in general, are drawn to men who can maintain composure when the heat is on. Why? Because emotional stability isn't just a desirable trait, it's a fundamental element of success. The ability to maintain an iron mind and stay centered in the chaos of life signals a man who can handle the pressure. Something few can do. It's this quality that sparks admiration and respect, not only from women, but from everyone you encounter. Don't let yourself be swept away by your emotions. The Stoic principles teach that we are not defined by what happens to us, but by how we respond to those situations. Life will throw all kinds of challenges your way, but it's your reaction that makes the difference. When someone criticizes you, don't give in to anger. Instead, use reason to approach the situation calmly. Be methodical in your response, and you'll find that your level-headedness speaks volumes about your character. That's what the ancient Stoics knew. The key to emotional control is not suppressing your feelings, but acknowledging them and then choosing how to respond. Imagine this principle applied every day, every time someone insults you, every time a project falters, every time life doesn't go as planned. You respond not with impulsive outbursts, but with deliberate thought and action. That's a man with an iron mind, a man women are drawn to. Why? Because it's rare in a world where chaos and stress are commonplace. Emotional control is like a hidden treasure, and when women see you possess, that they recognize you as someone who is not easily shaken, someone who can handle life's inevitable difficulties with grace. But don't get confused. This isn't about suppressing your emotions. The Stoic approach doesn't ask you to become some emotionless robot. Instead, it's about taking ownership of your emotions, acknowledging them, and then making a conscious decision about how you respond. You must learn to let go of knee-jerk reactions, and instead focus on rational thinking. As you practice Stoic principles more consistently, your emotional stability will become second nature. It will be evident to those around you, and that's when the respect starts flowing in. A calm, Stoic man is not just someone who can handle a tough day at work. He is someone who handles life with an unshakable sense of poise, and that's incredibly attractive. So remember, don't let your emotions run wild. You must harness them, using the old Stoic wisdom to guide your reactions. Life will throw all kinds of curveballs your way, but the way you react will define you. Cultivate an iron mind. Be the calm in the storm. That's what makes you a man that women and everyone else will want to be. Around the foundation of your success isn't just about what you do. It's about how you handle everything that comes your way. And Stoic principles are the perfect framework to ensure you stay steady, no matter what life brings. Respecting yourself and others. Imagine this. You're having a conversation with a friend. You listen attentively. No distractions, no rushing. You're fully present. Doesn't that feel genuine? Now think about this scenario through the lens of relationships, both personal and professional. The way you treat others will ultimately determine the respect you earn. In return, this is not just a social tactic. It's rooted in ancient Stoic wisdom. Respecting yourself and others isn't just a nice to have. It's the very bedrock of strong, enduring connections. Let's break it down further with a little guidance from Stoic rules. A person can only respect others when they have first cultivated that respect for themselves. You can't give something you don't have. If you walk through life neglecting your own worth or letting others trample over your values, don't be surprised if others treat you the same way. The key here is balance. Don't let self-respect turn into arrogance, but rather let it be the quiet foundation upon which others will recognize your strength. That is the essence of practical Stoicism, the ability to maintain internal peace and strength, regardless of what happens around you. The Stoics weren't about flashy gestures or wild displays of power. They knew that the true measure of a man was his ability to remain composed, respectful, and firm in his values, no matter the chaos that might surround him. They understood that wisdom comes from maintaining respect for oneself, first and foremost, and then for others to show respect, you must first know how to take care of yourself. That doesn't just mean eating well or exercising, though those are important. It means understanding your needs, boundaries and desires without guilt or shame. When you stand firm in your beliefs, when you respect your own time and energy, you automatically demand the same from others. This respect doesn't come through manipulation or control. It comes through your actions, your consistency, and your integrity. You must set boundaries, communicate them, and protect them like a guard protecting his castle. You are the keeper of your own worth. Now, why does this matter when it comes to relationships with women? Here's the truth. Women are drawn to men who respect themselves because it signals strength and confidence. Women do not chase weakness. They chase men who are firm in their principles, who understand their own value and are unwilling to settle for less than they deserve. You must know how to stand up for your rights in a relationship, not through anger or force, but through the quiet authority of someone who has learned the Stoic paths of wisdom. If you allow others to walk all over you, you will not be viewed as a worthy partner. But if you are firm yet compassionate, women will see you as someone who can be trusted, someone who is reliable and strong. And that strength comes from the foundation of respecting yourself. That's the type of man women look to, not the one who is constantly chasing validation, but the one who stands tall and attracts others through his authenticity and principles. Be the man who doesn't need to chase because you've already built your own respect and self-worth. When you act with this kind of confidence grounded in self-respect, you become magnetic. The very act of respecting yourself will naturally draw people in. It's like an unspoken rule: the more you value yourself, the more others will see that value and respond in kind. Let's circle back to the Stoics. They didn't preach disrespecting others. Rather, they understood that mutual respect comes from one's own sense of dignity. Respect is not a transaction. It is a reflection how you treat yourself, is a mirror of how you will treat others, and in turn how they will treat you. So remember this: if you want women to chase you, not out of desperation, but out of admiration and attraction, you must first chase your own self. Respect, learn the Stoic rules of setting boundaries and living with integrity. Master the art of caring for yourself. Then you will not have to chase anyone. Respect will find you. And that, my friend, is the shocking truth that makes 95.7% of women chase you if you find today's content useful to you. Don't forget to share your feelings and lessons with us, or simply comment. Very cool, it's a great encouragement for our channel makers. Thank you very much, 6. Self-sufficiency and independence. To become the man that women can't resist, you need one crucial element: self-sufficiency. It's not just about money or making big decisions. It's about your ability to handle life's challenges on your own without relying on anyone else. Remember, women are naturally attracted to men who know how to take care of themselves, who can solve problems independently without waiting for help. Imagine this: you're faced with an important financial decision. If you're self-sufficient, you won't hesitate or wait for others to intervene. You'll make decisions based on your abilities and trust your own judgment. That's the power of independence. Epictetus, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, once said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can choose how we respond to them." That's the essence of Stoicism: self-control and self-determination. When you stand firm in your own independence, you not only become a stronger man, but also the kind of man women seek, because they crave someone who can master himself and provide security for those around him. You don't need to seek validation from others, and you don't need to depend on anyone. You are the one who defines your own path. Women won't be attracted to men who live in anxiety, don't know what they want, and are easily swayed by others. They need someone who can make decisions with clarity, create a life of his own, and act without relying on anyone else. The beauty of Stoicism lies in teaching you how to live independently, and more importantly, how to live free from external influences. A true victory is winning over yourself. Epictetus reminds us that the most important battle is the one you fight within yourself in every situation. Self-sufficiency isn't easy. It requires persistence, determination, and most importantly, the ability to control your emotions and decisions. In today's world filled with distractions and external pressures, many people forget the core value of independence. Don't let yourself be swayed by things beyond your control. Remember, when you can create a life without relying on anyone, you are the master of your own world, and that naturally draws women to you. Stand up and take control of your life. Don't wait for anyone or depend on others. Make every decision with strength, independence, and conviction. When you achieve this kind of self-sufficiency, you not only become the man women desire, but also become a role model for yourself and for those around you. Stoicism teaches us that nothing is more valuable than freedom, and this freedom comes from mastering yourself. When you possess this power, you'll see that women are naturally drawn to you, captivated by your independence and strength. So don't hesitate. Start today. Be the man women are looking for when you're self-sufficient. You not only create a stable life for yourself, but also become irresistibly attractive. Live by Stoicism. Live with the power of independence, and you'll see the world open up before you, with women unable to take their eyes off you. 7. Not being influenced by others' opinions. Imagine you're sitting in an important meeting and your perspective is being strongly challenged. You might feel some pressure, but instead of changing your mind just to avoid conflict, you stand firm. You know that giving in to external pressure would mean losing your integrity, and that's something you can't compromise. And that's exactly what women are attracted to. They're drawn to men who can stand their ground, who aren't swayed by others' opinions or criticisms. It's not about being stubborn, it's about strength that comes from old Stoic wisdom, from a mind of iron and the unshakable principles of Stoicism. A truly strong man is one who knows he can't control others' actions or thoughts, but he absolutely controls how he responds to them. The reason is simple: when you live according to your values, when you're not easily influenced by the opinions of others, you naturally attract respect. Women can sense men who don't need to prove themselves outwardly, but whose confidence and strength shine through in every action and word. You might not be the most handsome guy in the room, but when you exhibit that rock-solid stance and an ironclad mind, shaped by Stoic principles, you become someone impossible to overlook. Stoic philosophy teaches us that we can't control the actions of others, but we can control how we react to them. When you stand firm in your beliefs, despite any external pressure, you are truly living. The Stoic way, you're not shaken. You're not distracted by criticisms or contrary opinions, and that's where the real power lies. Women are drawn to men who can stand tall for what they believe in, who can defend their viewpoint calmly and resolutely, without the need for shouting or arguing. So how do you become that kind of man? First, you need an iron mind. Calmness is something you must master. You need to realize that every opinion, every criticism cannot throw you off your course. You're not someone who follows the crowd. You're the one who leads it. This might sound like a big slogan, but in reality, it's something very achievable when you understand and practice. The ancient Stoic principles, living by these principles, doesn't just help you become the man you want to be, it makes you more magnetic to everyone around you. Women can't help but be attracted to a man who can stand his ground in the face of challenges, someone who isn't easily shaken by the world around him. So remember this: don't ever change your viewpoint just because you're afraid of what others might think. Don't give in to social pressure or others' opinions. Live true to yourself. Follow what you believe is right, and people will naturally respect you for it. Women won't just look at you as someone attractive. They'll see the depth and strength of your character. That's the kind of magnetism that not everyone possesses. If you've made it this far, you've already unlocked a key to standing out. Many falter when pressured, but you now know that integrity and unwavering self-belief are magnetic qualities. Stand firm in your own beliefs and watch how your presence begins to attract those around you. Please comment below. I stand strong in my values and let nothing sway me. Let's see who's ready to own their power. 8. Providing a sense of security and stability. Imagine you're deep in a relationship, something that's been going on for years, but suddenly life throws you a curveball. There's an issue. Maybe it's something big. Maybe it's a small bump in the road, but it's an issue nonetheless. Now, how do you respond? Do you crumble, get agitated, and allow the storm to carry you away? Or do you stand firm, calm and collected, like a man who has mastered the Stoic rules? Don't panic, be the rock. Women are attracted to stability. They crave a sense of security in their relationship. And here's where old Stoic wisdom comes into play. A Stoic man is unshaken by the chaos of life. No matter the challenge, no matter how loud the storm rages around him, he remains steady. He provides a foundation. When you embrace practical stoicism, you become the steady force that a woman can trust, no matter what life throws her way. It's not just about being a man who is calm, it's about being a man who offers unwavering stability. That's the power of Stoic wisdom in those crucial moments when things seem out of control. You won't allow yourself to be distracted or insecure. You'll address the issue methodically, calmly, with the focus and poise of a seasoned leader. You'll break the problem down step by step, knowing full well that things will resolve in time, because you are grounded and that peace flows from you to her. You must understand the women who seek stability aren't just looking for comfort. They're looking for peace. When a woman feels secure in her relationship, she is more likely to feel free, more likely to chase after the man who has the quiet strength to stand firm. Stability isn't just about finances or your ability to provide. It's about emotional resilience. Women often seek men who bring this kind of peace to their lives because it's through this peace that they feel safe enough to open up to trust and to truly connect. This is the essence of practical stoicism. The old Stoics understood that life is unpredictable, full of twists, turns, and challenges, but they also knew that our response to life's uncertainties is what defines us. Your ability to remain calm, to not react impulsively to every little problem, is one of the most attractive traits you can have as a man. Women don't want a man who gets thrown off balance by every little disruption. They want a man who stays centered, unflinching in the face of adversity. The paths of wisdom are clear. Stand strong and the rest will follow. Imagine walking through life with this kind of quiet strength when faced with conflict. You don't panic. You don't lose your cool. You simply meet the challenge with the same calm presence you've cultivated through understanding Stoic philosophy. This is the kind of man who naturally attracts women. They're not looking for someone to take care of them in every way. They're looking for someone who can take care of himself, who can weather the storm and guide them through it when necessary. Don't be a victim of life's circumstances. The Stoics teach us that we can't control external events, but we can control our responses. Be the man who reacts to nothing with fear or doubt, but with a steady hand and a calm heart. Life will bring its challenges, but you, as a man who lives by the Stoic rules, will meet them head-on. The stability you offer isn't just a security blanket. It's a foundation, one that women will long to build their lives around. When you embrace the paths of wisdom and master practical stoicism, you will attract not just any woman, but a woman who values the peace and stability you bring. She will see you as a leader, a rock, a partner she can rely on when things get tough. and that is the kind of man who makes women chase after him. Not because he's perfect, but because he is unwavering in conclusion. Be the calm in the storm. Remember, the Stoic philosophy teaches us that calmness in the face of adversity is one of the greatest virtues a man can possess. When you become the embodiment of stability, when you provide that sense of peace and security, you unlock something deep within women, a desire to be with someone who will not only hold it together, but help them hold it together too. So don't just be the man who reacts to life's challenges. Be the man who stands tall, who remains steady, who offers the unwavering calm that women desperately seek. Be the Stoic man and watch as they come chasing after you. 9. Facing challenges and learning from failure. Failure is not the end. It is the beginning of your true growth. It's how you rise, not how you fall, that defines you. Every man who faces failure head-on and refuses to stay down sends a message that cannot be ignored. The truth is, women are drawn to men who confront challenges with unwavering resolve, who keep going even when life knocks them down. When you fail in a project or in life, the immediate instinct of many is to retreat, to give up. But not you. You must see failure not as a defeat, but as a stepping stone, an opportunity to learn, adapt, and come back stronger. Women are naturally attracted to men who understand this, who possess a stoic, unwavering attitude towards adversity. You are not defined by your failures, but by your ability to learn from them and keep moving forward. You must embody this resilience. It's not just about surviving failure, it's about using it as fuel to rise higher. Epictetus, the great Stoic philosopher, reminds us that it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters, and that is the core of Stoic wisdom. Control your response. Failure, hardship, and setbacks are inevitable. They are not the measure of your success. What matters is your capacity to stay composed, to stay focused, and to keep moving forward no matter what. Women are instinctively attracted to men who remain calm under pressure, who don't crumble under stress, but face the world with poise and resilience. This is how you win, by not letting failure define you. Epictetus teaches that wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. By embracing Stoicism, you stop being a slave to external success or failure. You learn to find inner peace in the process, not in the results. That is how you command respect. That is how you master your life. Now is the time to become that man. The man who doesn't shrink in the face of adversity, but rises above it when you stop fearing failure, and instead see it as an inevitable part of life's journey. You gain strength. You learn to look at setbacks with gratitude, for they are the training ground for your greatness. Women will chase a man who is unstoppable, a man who is unshakable, a man who understands that the real battle is within, and every failure is just one more chance to grow stronger. Stand tall, face each challenge with confidence, and know that every obstacle is your opportunity to shine. Stoicism is your guide, and through it, you win, not just in the eyes of women, but in the game of life itself. Now go and master your journey. That is your path to greatness. Understanding and the ability to listen. Women are drawn to men who possess the ability to truly listen and understand their emotions. It's not just about hearing words, it's about tuning into the emotions beneath those words. Imagine being in a conversation with someone who is speaking from the heart. Most people only focus on the words, but you, when you truly listen, will focus on the unspoken cues, the way they say things, the pauses, the emotions woven into their voice. This is what separates the average listener from someone who stands out. Women notice the difference when you learn to listen with depth. you open the door to stronger, more meaningful connections in the world of relationships. Understanding is the key to unlocking trust, respect, and admiration. This is where old Stoic wisdom comes into play. The Stoic principles have long emphasized the importance of understanding others, not just hearing them. You must be able to read beyond the surface to interpret the emotions behind the words. The iron mind of a Stoic is a mind that listens intently, not just to respond, but to truly absorb what is being said. Women want to feel heard, not just talked at. This doesn't mean agreeing with everything they say, but it means acknowledging their feelings and showing empathy, something that only a person with a deep understanding of others can provide. Now, don't confuse passive listening with active listening. The Stoic principle of self-control and emotional intelligence teaches that listening is an active process. It's about being present in the moment, removing distractions and giving your full attention to the conversation. When you embrace this Stoic approach, your responses will carry more weight because they come from a place of understanding, not from a place of haste or self-interest. This is how you foster relationships that stand the test of time. What you must understand is that women are not seeking someone who just nods in agreement. They are looking for someone who listens with purpose, who recognizes their emotions and who responds thoughtfully. Women crave connection, and the ability to listen deeply is one of the most powerful tools you can use to forge that bond. So cultivate the art of listening, not just with your ears, but with your heart. It's the foundation of the most meaningful relationships. And when you master it, women will naturally be drawn to you to build those deep, lasting connections. The wisdom of Stoicism offers a powerful framework. The Stoic principles teach us to focus on understanding before reacting to control our impulses and to prioritize meaningful engagement over superficial exchange. An iron mind doesn't rush to speak. It observes it, understands, and it reacts with wisdom. So when you engage with a woman, do not simply hear her words, feel the depth of her emotions, the intensity behind her message. Let this understanding guide your every response. By embodying these Stoic principles, you will naturally create a magnetic force that attracts the attention and respect of those around you, particularly the women who value depth and sincerity above all else. The key here is simple yet profound. To truly understand and listen is to show a level of respect and care that few others are capable of with old Stoic wisdom guiding you. You'll have the tools to connect on a level that goes beyond mere words. Women crave this kind of connection, and when you learn to listen with both clarity and empathy, you'll soon find that they are drawn to you in ways you never imagined. That's the secret. Be the listener who understands and watch the world around you shift. Hey, there, thanks for tuning in. Conclusion: the shocking truth that makes 95.7% of women chase you. The Stoic Hub. Now here's the truth. The qualities that really attract women, confidence, patience, emotional control, aren't just some random traits. They're at the heart of Stoic philosophy, a mindset that focuses on living a life full of meaning and balance. When you start applying these principles, you not only become more attractive to women, but you'll also create a life that's fulfilling, successful, and full of harmony. So my advice to you is this: don't just try to be someone you're not to impress others. Focus on building yourself, developing these Stoic qualities, and watch as the world around you changes, including your relationships. Take care, and remember, true attraction comes from within.